All righty. Starting the high altitude investing live stream. Good to see everybody today. Happy weekend. Hope you guys are enjoying your week. Hope you're having a great day. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and do a live stream today, talk about crypto, talk about some different coins that are going to moon. So it should be a lot of fun. And I'm going to go ahead and share the link in Discord and on Twitter so everybody can go ahead and join in on the stream. Welcome, everybody. Good to see you guys tuning in. Thank you for taking a minute out of your Saturday to tune into this little live stream. Should be a good time, and we should find some coins that are going to moon. Should be talking about some coins that are going to take off. So, yeah. Let's get straight into it. Okay. All right, so I got a list of coins today we're going to talk about. These are coins that I think will moon next month. So obviously it's March of 2024. Next month is April of 2024. So today's live stream is talking about coins I think will moon in April of 2024. So let's talk about coins that will moon in April of 2024. Alrighty, so the very first coin we're going to talk about today is Bitcoin. So obviously for you guys, I am seeking the best setups in the stream. So all the coins that we're talking about today are coins that I personally think will not only do good during April of 2024, but I also believe these coins will do really good throughout the whole bull market. So yeah, these are just overall really good picks and coins I think are going to do phenomenally well. But yeah, as far as the purpose of this stream, it's more directed towards what's going to happen next month. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. What's up, SB Crypto News? Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for taking a minute to tune in. Let's talk about Bitcoin. So if we're talking about coins that I think are going to do good in April of 2024, Bitcoin definitely falls under the category of coins that I think will do good in April. Now, that's not to say that I think the entirety of April will just be all green candlesticks, but I do think that I do think April could still be bullish for at least a good portion of it. And I don't think that we're topping out here in the short term, as a lot of people are saying. Now, there are two potentials here with Bitcoin. Of course, I could be wrong. Of course, April could be a completely red month with just some green days, right? That's possible. So the first scenario that I'm looking at is the bullish scenario. That is where we push up through resistance and we really finish this impulse wave. As you guys can see, we have started impulsing on Bitcoin. And we really started to impulse with a lot of strength and confidence as 2024 started. But I do think this impulse wave still has some juice left, and that it probably has probably at least one more leg up here before we get any type of a bigger correction. Now, I could be wrong. The other scenario is that we go back down to major support here at around 50K on Bitcoin, and then we push higher after retesting support. So those are the two scenarios I see with Bitcoin, but I am leaning more towards the bullish scenario, in which case, then another impulse wave up during April is what I personally expect here on Bitcoin. Now, you guys can, disagree with me. We don't have to agree, whatever, right? This is my own personal technical analysis, my personal view. But, nobody agreed with me when I was bullish on Bitcoin down here at 15,000. So you have to be aware that the sentiment of the market's generally going to be opposite of what the opportunity actually presents. So if you see a lot of people that are hesitant, which is true for crypto, even with how much it's mooning, and even with that dog with a hat coin being on the news, dog with a hat, still people are highly skeptical of crypto, right? Your average person is highly skeptical. So when you get a lot of people that are skeptical, down here at 15,000, nobody would listen. Right now, very few people listen. They still just kind of think crypto is a fad, They don't understand that we're headed into another bull market. So basically, personally, I think we are going to head up for another impulse wave on Bitcoin in the short term. In other words, I think April will be bullish for Bitcoin. I'm just going to go out and say it, right? This is my view. I think it could go to 80K in April, So that's my view. Now, like I said, I think we're pushing up here to complete this wave. In other words, I do expect a correction. At some point, but I'm not ready for it yet. Check this out. So we have 1, 2, and we're in wave 3, and I think that we're getting ready to complete that subwave for wave 3, where we push up here in April on Bitcoin. Then after that, I'd love to see a correction on Bitcoin. But right now, things are looking pretty bullish. So that's my primary view. My secondary view is that we pull back to 50K and push higher. But my primary view is that we push higher before we pull back. We could go up to 80K. So that's just my personal thoughts. Okay. So Dogecoin is another coin I think will do very good during April. Right? And by the way, you guys, if you weren't watching my YouTube channel, you should go check out my video that I made a few weeks ago. I won't go look into it or whatever. You guys can go look on your own if you want to, but go to my YouTube channel and go to my videos and drop down to the top meme coins for 2024. You'll see I posted about a month ago. And in that video, I mentioned Dogecoin, I mentioned Flocky Inu, I mentioned Pepe, and every single one of those coins have skyrocketed since that video. And I personally think that they're just getting started. So you can see this very, very strong support here on Dogecoin. It found that support so fast, right? Came down here to 12 cents and bounced with a lot of strength. So really, Dogecoin is showing a lot of strength here as we break bullish with volume. So increasing price plus increasing volume is bullish. Okay. Now we do see that with Dogecoin. We see an increase in price, right? As well as an increase in volume. So those two things happening at the same time shows bullish momentum. In other words, Dogecoin is likely going to keep pushing higher here instead of pull back. But because so many people are stuck in this mind frame of bear market, or they're skeptical of crypto, right? Then because those two things are taking place, people are missing the opportunity. But truly, I do think Dogecoin will be bullish in April. I think we could push up to 25 cents during April. I'm not saying we will, but I definitely am leaning far more towards the bullish scenario, especially as we came back down to major support here and bouncing off of that with strength, including that increase in volume and price, not to mention the fact that we were planning for a breakout on Dogecoin for a long time. When I say a long time, I mean all through this sideways accumulation pattern, we were watching for Dogecoin to hold support. It was our trading plan for Dogecoin to do this, okay? Our trading plan was that Dogecoin would hold support on the 88% and the 786 Fibonacci level, and on those two levels, find support and reverse. This is our trading plan, right? That 786, 88% Fibonacci retracement, that's what we look for as major support. Now, Dogecoin did hold support. So to see Dogecoin breaking out, to see it following our trading plan, all these short-term things are bullish, yes, right? I do think Dogecoin will be bullish in April because of volume, increasing price, increasing volume, right? A lot of reasons, major support, but really the short term is only happening the way we expect it to because of what we were already planning months and months and months and months and months in advance. In fact, over a year plus in advance on Dogecoin. Because we have a trading plan, I knew Dogecoin had an extremely high probability of reversing at these levels. When I say I knew, I'm not saying that I have 100%, okay? Trading is not about absolutes. Trading is about if you can get 95% confidence or, 84% success rate on a trading pattern, or even 65% if you manage your risk, right? If you manage your risk and you have a 65% success rate, on your trading pattern, you're going to make money. So trading is not about absolutes. When I say I knew Dogecoin was going to reverse, I'm just saying like 80% sure, like 90%, like I was super insanely confident in my trading strategy, even though anything can happen, right? So it's not about absolutes, but I will say that Dogecoin reaching 20 cents here came as absolutely no surprise. This didn't surprise me. It didn't take me off guard. I wasn't shocked to see Dogecoin at 20 cents when it tested 20 cents up here. Why? Because we were watching for those levels according to our trading plan for over a year, like almost 2 years. And we're watching for this reversal. So, yeah, the short term's playing out as we expect, but only because of the big picture trading plan. With that being said, I do think April will be bullish for Dogecoin. So, yeah. Dogecoin had their runs, maybe cats are next. Okay, if you think something has had its run, you don't understand markets. Okay? Yes, something can have a cycle, but that doesn't mean it's never going to have a cycle again. Let me show you what I mean by that. All right? A lot of times people think just because something has pumped in the past that it can't pump again. Right? That's the mentality that a lot of times people have. And I understand where it comes from. It comes from the idea that they don't want to be stuck up in a fad, right? They don't want to buy something just because it's cool. Well, I'm here to tell you Dogecoin is not cool anymore. Right? That's why nobody's buying it. So if your concern is you don't want to buy something because it's too high, I'm here to tell you Dogecoin is not what it it's not, in the eyes of the public, it's not what it used to be in 2021, right? When everybody thought it was cool. Now people think Dogecoin is stupid. Now people think a lot of cryptos are stupid because they're not increasing in value, so it's not cool to like crypto. But I'm here to tell you that crypto does repeat its market cycles, and the amount of times that I've seen people say that Bitcoin was dead is so many times it's ridiculous. And guess what? It recovered. It's like the same people that say that it's too late to buy Bitcoin. Okay? You don't understand cycles. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just telling you the truth. All right? If you think Bitcoin is not going to go higher, if you think it's too late, you don't understand cycles. If you think it's too late to get in Dogecoin, you don't understand cycles. Study cycles and figure out what the professionals are using, because that point where people are in disbelief, that point where people are in depression, right? That point where people are, there we go. That point in the cycle where people have given up, where they don't believe in Dogecoin, they believe it already had its run, they believe it is worthless now, oh, that used to be cool, but now it's not. The professionals are buying right now. I can promise you that. Okay? In 100% assurity that the professionals are buying crypto right now because they understand the market cycle. They understand where we're at. And most people are skeptical. But you know what happens? The cycle repeats. And then when everything's pumping like crazy, then they buy. But it's too late. They should be buying right now, right? And this isn't financial advice, but I'm just literally telling you the truth as I see it. And nobody listened to me back here when Dogecoin was worth 5 cents. And still very few people are listening now, right? So if you're basically skeptical that the market can have another cycle, you're a human being, right? And you just are ignorant of cycles. And because of that ignorance, you're going to miss out on opportunity if you don't study and educate yourself a little bit and figure out how to accurately predict these markets instead of just having an opinion for yourself, right? You actually have to have a strategy and hopefully that strategy is based on the same things that the pros use. Otherwise, what are you doing? Do you want to lose money? So, yes, I disagree with you that Dogecoin had its run, basically. Yes, it did have a cycle, but that doesn't mean it can't have another cycle. Bitcoin has had 2 cycles, 3 actually, just since I got into it. All right? So don't tell me something can't have another cycle just because it did have one already. Let's see. Dude, why is the volume candles switched? All right, you know why that happens? It's because I'm using software called charts.cointrader.pro, so I can pull all of the volume data from all of the different exchanges. So I get more volume data instead of just looking at a single exchange. And because I use this website, it inverts. There's no black and white feature, or not black and white. There's no inverted or night mode for charts.cointrader.pro. So I have to install this special plugin for my internet browser called Invert. And basically I invert this single page because I like the night mode more. So I have to change all the colors of my candlesticks so that when it inverts, it looks correct. That's why it did that. That's why the volume candles looked like that, to answer your question. Yo, bro, what's up? You the man. Hey, thank you. I appreciate you, brother. It's good to see you, man. Thank you for reaching out on Snapchat the other day, and it was good to catch up with you, my friend. All right, so yeah, Dogecoin, did it have its run? Yes, it had a run. Will it have another run? That is up to you to decide for yourself, but I will tell you what I personally see in the charts, which is that this coin is just getting started. And 17 cents per Dogecoin, you may never see ever again for the rest of your life. So, as far as undervalued coins go, a lot of crypto is undervalued. A lot of crypto is ready to see a big impulse move, just like how Bitcoin started. At the beginning of every bull market, Bitcoin leads. Okay? This happens every time. People buy into altcoins because they want to make a lot of money, which is totally understandable. And then Bitcoin starts leading, and then they make the mistake of selling their altcoins for Bitcoin, right? And right when they do that, Bitcoin stops leading, because as you go into the bull market, altcoins outperform Bitcoin. Okay? Not all altcoins outperform Bitcoin, but most altcoins do. And so people end up selling all of their altcoin holds early in on the cycle because Bitcoin starts to lead. And then right when they do that, Bitcoin stops outperforming altcoins and their altcoins start outperforming Bitcoin. This is human emotion in action. This is why so many people get screwed, because they don't understand the cycles and they don't understand human emotion, right? But really right now that we've seen Bitcoin lead the cycle as we're headed into this bull market, it's not going to lead forever. You're going to start to see these altcoins doing better percentage gain than Bitcoin. Okay? So, I know I'm the most I know I'm the most unpopular is the right way to say it. I'm probably the most unpopular crypto YouTuber ever. All right? And the reason is because everybody else, or not everybody else, but a lot of people tell you what you want to hear. Okay? As you start to go into the bull market, people get excited, they start buying Bitcoin, and all these crypto YouTubers start becoming Bitcoin maxis at the start of the bull market, right? Well, they're only becoming a Bitcoin maxi because it's leading, and it actually is beneficial to be a Bitcoin maxi in that phase if you want people to like you, because everybody is emotionally buying Bitcoin, right? So if you want to be popular, if you want to be cool, be a Bitcoin maxi right now. Okay, but in 6 months, you know what's going to be cool? People that bought altcoins. That's all you're going to see on Twitter is 50x gains on this altcoin, 100x gains that some person made on this altcoin, 75. Nobody's going to care about the 3 times that you made on Bitcoin, the 3x. Nobody's going to care. In fact, you yourself won't care. All you're going to be thinking about is the fact that you could have had 50x on your altcoin, but you sold it for Bitcoin because of human emotion, right? Because you got excited and you followed the crowd. So that's why I'm making a video about altcoins in my stream today. This is not a stream about Bitcoin. You guys already know my Bitcoin position. Publicly, I think Bitcoin will go over 100,000 per coin. My VIPs know exactly what target. I'm not saying that to sell my VIP. I'm just saying that publicly, I think Bitcoin will go over 100,000 per coin. Okay? That's what I 100% honestly believe. But with that being said, what is 3 times gain on Bitcoin, right? Let's say Bitcoin does 3x or 5 times in value. That's nothing compared to the 25x or 40x gains you're going to get on your altcoins. Okay? Now, Theta coin. Theta coin is another great example of the beginning of a new bull market, one that I think could do very good during April. All right? Now, if we look at Theta coin, you can see increasing volume and price down here. You also see the ABC correction that took place on Theta, just exactly like the ABC correction that happened on Bitcoin back in 2015, right? It looks exactly the same. If you have seen the previous cycles, you know what I'm talking about, okay? Now, as we've started to head into this new cycle, we're starting to bottom out down here, and we're starting to see upside. Okay, we're starting to see strength. Now, because Bitcoin pulled back in the short term, of course, most everything pulled back with it. But I personally think Theta is going to hold support right here. I think it's going to hold support around $2.50 and push up higher through April. I think we're going to see another Elliott wave here and another impulse wave as we push up into this wave A and wave B. Most of the time, when markets reverse, they go up into this area here, right? After an ABC correction, after the C wave is complete, the market generally goes up to wave A or wave B. You generally see a recovery back up to those levels. It's called the return to the mean. So if we look up market cycle, I type too fast and then I screw up all my letters sometimes. So if we look at the chart for the market cycle here, right? And we look at the market cycle chart, you can see this gray dotted line that goes across it. Well, when the market goes way up into the delusion new paradigm and then starts its bear market, it drops below that line, okay? That's called despair. Now, if you look at Theta coin here and you do a little bit of TA on Theta coin, you can see this trend line here. Now, I want you to imagine this gray dotted trend line to represent this yellow line that I drew on Theta. You can see when the market falls below that gray dotted line, it goes into despair or depression, depending on what market cycle chart you're looking at, right? This one shows depression. The other one shows despair. But it's the same point in the cycle. It's just different words that different people have used to describe what's happening. So that despair phase of the market cycle is where you drop below that mean, right? This is despair. I did it again. Not Z. A, there we go. Is that right? Maybe. I don't know if that's right. Anyways, this is despair down here. Okay, so when you break below that mean and you drop below, you head into despair or depression. Now, as you reverse out of that level, you go back up to, it's called returning to the mean. Okay, so you can see price goes back up and returns to that yellow line. Well, that yellow line just so happens to end up being right in between wave A and wave B. See, you can see. And so most of the time, when a market goes out of despair and returns to that mean, it goes right in between wave A and wave B on a standard zigzag Elliott wave correction. This is what I've personally seen over and over and over again in crypto. So what does this mean for Theta? It means that throughout April, I think we could go up to $5. It's worth $2.84. I think by the end of April, we could be worth $3, $4, $5. So that's my view on Theta coin, right? I'm going a lot longer on just a small amount of coins on today's stream than the last one. Bitcoin Phoenix, what's up, my friend? It's good to see you. Long-term viewer of the channel. I appreciate you taking some time to tune into today's stream. I believe $250 to $300. You'll have to tell me for what coin you're talking about. Karam? Al-Qadi? So I can help you look at that coin when you say believe $200 to $300. I don't know which coin you're talking about. Okay, Solana. Now, you guys, you know I'm not a fundamental trader because when I bring up Solana, I get so many haters because people hate Sam Bankman. People hate, and I'm not here to talk about who I like or dislike. I'm here to talk about the charts and where the price is going to go, where I think the price is going to go. And you can take my analysis and do with it what you will, right? But with that being said, as many haters as I do get for mentioning Solana, I have been talking about it since here. Actually, we started drawing charts in the VIP to buy Solana because of an ABC correction. And as we started to get closer, we did start to buy a little bit too early here, but we continued to update in the VIP. We continued to make charts to let you guys know what's going on. And as we got closer to that wave C, we continued to post bullish entries. And by we, I mean I, because I'm really the person posting in there. But yeah, so if you see here and we put this 88 and the 786 level on, remember how I was talking about those levels with Dogecoin? That's the area that we want to see the market go down and test within that zone and then reverse. And you can see that's exactly what happened with Solana. This is the beginning of what I think could be a very big bull market here with Solana. This is just exactly what Bitcoin did in 2016 when Bitcoin was worth $180 and it went sideways and it broke out to $500 and it started to go up to 1,000. Then it broke above 1,000, which was its all-time high, and it went into a bull market, right? Now, I'm not saying Solana is going to go straight up, but I do think this thing has a lot of momentum, and I definitely wouldn't want to try to short this thing or sell. If anything, I'd be buying every dip I possibly could. Even this one. Just my personal view, right? So yeah, I think Solana's just getting started. I could show you fractals, but honestly, I probably don't have time to today. But yeah, in my group, you guys know, if you remember, you saw the comparison between Costco back in the 90s and Solana in today's cycle. And if you compare those two, the human emotion is exactly identical, and everything's been playing out perfectly from that trading strategy here on Solana. So I think Solana is going to do good through April. I think we could come up and test resistance. Wouldn't surprise me to see us break through resistance, just as Bitcoin did, as Bitcoin broke its all-time high. And then whenever Bitcoin does finish wave 3, I do think that Solana could see a 30% pullback. It would be awesome to see a big cup and handle kind of structure here as we pushed higher in the market. But either way, in the short term, I am bullish on Solana. If you guys watch the start of this stream, that is dependent on Bitcoin seeing another impulse wave up. If Bitcoin pulls back now, most everything will probably pull back 20, 30%. Even still, I'd buy, because in the big picture, we're going to break through resistance here, and Solana is really going to take off throughout this bull market. So the name of the game is to be long, to be buying dips, and to be holding, right? Don't sell early. Let your winners ride. Okay. The last bull market, when we hit 69,000, it topped out pretty quickly, right? But wave 5 in bull markets end up being a little bit more extended. Either way, crypto does top out pretty fast, but it goes significantly above its previous all-time high in pretty much every single cycle before it tops out. So don't sell early, right? You've got a lot of upside left. Don't miss out on it. You're going to really regret it if you sell early. So yeah, I do think Solana will continue up in the bull market as we press forward here in crypto. All right, where's Midus? Midus is another coin I wanted to talk about today, is a coin that I think will do very good. And if you want to see a great example of of really just a full market cycle, Midus is a market cycle. I mean, seriously, I could go look at TradingView and we could go find 30 to 50 stocks during the internet bubble. I'm typing too fast, you guys. There we go. 30 to 50 different stocks during the internet bubble that looked exactly like this. And when I say internet bubble, I'm not talking about the top of the internet bubble. I'm talking about stocks that recovered after the internet bubble. Stocks that saw more upside after the internet bubble. And I'll just show you one of them because that way you can trust that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to these cycles. But I'm here to tell you that crypto is basically just exactly like if you missed out on investing in the internet and you wish you would have bought the internet, right? Because everybody thought the internet was a fad. You can go look at news articles and see that people thought the internet was a fad. But if you missed out on the internet, crypto's like a minier version. I don't think it's going to be as big of a cycle, right? The internet's been like 30 years or whatever of crazy growth. But I do think we're getting another opportunity, kind of like if you hadn't invested in the internet, you know. Now, I do think crypto will make more millionaires than the internet did because of the opportunity, how easy it is. But I don't think the cycle is going to be as long as the internet cycle was because crypto is kind of built on top of the internet. So it's like an extension of the internet, and it does do faster cycles than the internet does. Like you can compare the charts, it does faster cycles. So it absolutely is on a faster time scale than the stock market and especially internet stocks. So it's kind of following them, right? As we see tech stocks breaking out, we see Nvidia breaking out, we see Amazon breaking out again here to push higher. You don't fight trends. Look, you don't want to fight the trend, right? Look what happens if you try to fight the trend. It doesn't work. I've had to make this mistake myself plenty of times. But what I wanted to show you is this right here. This is the internet bubble, okay, here on Amazon. So this is the internet bubble. Everybody thought that this right here meant once this started crashing, people thought that the internet was done and dead. Right? But what people didn't realize was that that point down here, after the internet bubble popped, was the best opportunity for buying internet stocks that there ever was. Because you actually had liquidity, the industry had shaken out all of the noobs, the people that weren't serious about developing in the internet. It was the greatest opportunity in human history to buy internet stocks after the bubble pop in 2002. But people were too focused on the bubble popping to see the opportunity. And the same thing is happening with crypto right now, okay? Do you look at Midus now, all right? And you see this, but because people saw that the crypto bubble popped, in their minds, they're still thinking about the fact that it popped. And instead of seeing the opportunity, just like here on Amazon, where you could buy Amazon really early on here before it started a new bull market, right? Before it really took off and really went crazy. And a lot of people are missing out because of their pride, because of their ignorance, because of whatever reason, their opinions, their family's opinions, right? They're going to miss out on this. But I'm here to tell you that in crypto right now, there is opportunity after opportunity that is just exactly like buying internet stocks in 2003 before they did insane bull markets after the internet bubble had already popped. Because the internet is real technology. So when the bubble pops, it's really just a market cycle. It doesn't mean it's dead. And the same is true for crypto. Crypto is real technology. Just because we had a pullback in price, just because this overvaluation popped, doesn't mean it's not going to recover. It's useful. Billions of dollars of institutions have built companies around it, right? There's infrastructure. It's going to recover. Crypto's useful. So yeah, I do think that Midus is a lot like buying Amazon back in the day. With that being said, I think Midus could be bullish through April as we push up here. And I do think it's going to do very good throughout the bull market. Did you miss Theta? Yeah, you did miss Theta. You can go watch and check out this stream later. I probably won't be streaming for crazy long, maybe another 20 minutes. But yeah, you can go watch later and check out the Theta TA. I am bullish throughout April on Theta. Okay. Okay, I'm getting a lot of requests here for specific coins, but you guys, this video is about top 10, or this stream is about top 10 coins for April. If I have time at the end, I'd love to do TA for you guys, but we're going to keep talking about these coins I think that will do good through April. Also, these coins are going to do good throughout the bull market, but I'm just focusing on April in this live stream just for the purpose of, really, because I think April's going to be bullish in crypto, so I want to inform you guys. All right, so I made a Bitcoin Cash video a couple days ago talking about how it was falling onto major support, that it was a really good buy at that level, and that I expected it to push higher here as it's starting an Elliott wave 3 wave, right? So we can see 1, 2, you got to ignore that wick. And we're starting wave 3. So wave 3 is going to be probably quite a bit bigger here, probably up to there somewhere. And so, yeah, I think Bitcoin Cash will do pretty good through April. We're finding support here. We're bouncing off of support. And, yeah, I think we're going to push up to really that resistance level here between like $780 and $600. And I think we could get up to $600 by April. You know, that wouldn't surprise me on Bitcoin Cash. That's only a $200 increase from current price, but we're talking only within the next month, right? We're not talking by the end of the bull market. By the end of the bull market, a lot of these coins are going to be way higher than current price. So yeah, I do think Bitcoin Cash will keep going up here. Go check out my video I made a couple days ago. I think we're just getting started here with Bitcoin Cash. And really, you know, like I said, as you start to recover, a lot of times the market goes up into that wave A and that wave B. And that's exactly what we're set up here for Bitcoin Cash. Now, everybody's always like, Dallin, why are you bullish on BCH? Why are you bullish on BSV? Why are you bullish on BTC? Don't you feel like all of those are fighting against each other? Technically, yes, they are competitors. But if you notice the way that crypto actually works, and you actually study what's really happening in the market instead of your crazy ideas of what should be true, and you actually figure out the truth of what's happening, then you'll see that all these coins follow each other, right? So stop getting mad at me for being bullish on all 3 of these coins, because I'm just trading the charts, all right? And I'm here to tell you that these coins follow each other, right? They're gonna, as Bitcoin increases in market cap, you're gonna see BSV and BCH increase. Demand, an increase in demand is going to increase the price. So stop getting mad at me for being bullish on those coins, people. I trade the charts, all right? That's why I can be bullish on 3 coins that are competing against each other. It's like the people that are only bullish on Uniswap, but they're not bullish on like Polkadot, right? They're only bullish on Uniswap, but they're not bullish on Polkadot. Okay, just because these 2 coins technically are competitors, are you really going to pin their price against each other? Because that's just being stupid. Because if you go look at every single market cycle that's ever happened, they don't pin their price, they follow each other. They don't move independently of each other, they move with each other. So yeah, that's why I can be bullish on coins that are competing, because I trade the charts. And the charts don't lie. And the charts will tell you that both Polkadot and there we go. Both Polkadot and Uniswap both look bullish. Okay? Is there one I'd be more bullish on? It's hard to say, right? But I do think they're both going to do really good. So, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I do think Bitcoin Cash will do good. Don't worry about the fact that people are trying to say that if Bitcoin does good, Bitcoin Cash can't. It's not true. Every time Bitcoin has done good, Bitcoin Cash has done good. Same is true with BSV. They follow each other. They don't really compete like you think they would. So Flocky Anu is a great example of a coin I think will do good during April. All right, we came back down to support level here to the 382 if I'm not mistaken. Or actually that's the 50% level, even better. We came back down to the 50% level and we're bouncing off the 50%. I think we're in wave 4 here and we're getting ready for wave 5. I think April will be bullish for Flocky. If Bitcoin pulls back, this coin will probably go down to the 786. So this is dependent on Bitcoin making another leg up, but I am bullish on Bitcoin right now to make another leg up. But yeah, if it does, then I think Flocky will go up here for wave 5 and push up to maybe 0.0004. It's hard to say exactly what price, but I do think we'll push up for another leg here on Flocky so long as Bitcoin pushes higher. If Bitcoin doesn't, the 786 is probably the first place we'll go on Flocky. Then we'll find support and recover just like how Bitcoin would too. So yeah, Flocky does look good in the short term. This is one of the coins I told you guys about a month ago on my channel to go ahead and check out because it's going to be doing really good through 2024. And I think April, it will do good through April as well. So, all right, let's check into Pepe. So Pepe is another coin I told you guys to buy a month ago in my meme video. I think it's going to do really good through April. It looks just exactly like how Flocky did, only this one did test the 382 instead of the 50%. So let's add that level here. You can see we came down and tested the 382, which is typical of wave 4 to test the 382 or the 50%. So I think we could head up here for a wave 5 on Pepe, in which case I expect April to push up like this with Pepe for another high. When Bitcoin does reach its short-term high, I think a lot of these coins are going to do kind of a correction like this maybe before they push higher. So yeah, keep an eye on once these coins do a push through April, towards the end of April, I think they could have a 30% pullback, right? This is all, like I said, dependent on Bitcoin doing another all-time high. So Bitcoin needs to push higher, but I am bullish on Bitcoin. Because if Bitcoin doesn't push higher, I think Flocky will test the 786 and then kind of do something more like this, right? But for now, I think Flocky's going to push up here, Bitcoin's going to push up, and we'll do this. I'm bullish through April. I'm definitely leaning more towards the bullish fifth wave scenario here on a lot of coins. So I think April's going to do good for crypto. But those are the two scenarios, right? Just so you understand what can happen. Would you cover LTC, please? Hey, thank you guys for showing all the party and reacting with all the emojis and making this live stream a little party here on Saturday. I seriously do appreciate you guys tuning in. It's so much fun to talk about crypto, to share my views on these charts with you guys. And yeah, I just love doing this for you. So I hope that, we're having a good time together and that we're all going to make a bunch of money. So, especially me. I want to make all the money. I'm just kidding. I actually really want you guys to make money. And if I make a bunch of money while I'm at it, cool. But, all right. So, Chainlink is looking very good here. I love Chainlink, by the way. And you're not supposed to love coins. But if I was to love a coin for its fundamentals, I'd probably put Chainlink on the list. However, I really only care about the chart. And the chart tells me everything I need to know. And everything I need to know is that Chainlink did an ABC correction. We've started to push up to wave A. Isn't that interesting how at the start of this stream I told you that after the depression phase, we generally recover up to wave A and wave B? You can see that Chainlink has recovered up into that zone. Just exactly like how I said these markets do. And for the mastermind members and the people that did one-on-one coaching with me, you guys know that I was telling you that this is the way that market cycles work way back here, way back when we were just barely starting to bottom out. I was letting you guys know that the way markets work is once we bottom out on wave C, we're going to go up to that wave A or wave B area. So You guys already knew about that little strategy or thing that happens way before everybody else. But with that being said, it does occur. When wave C completes, you do get wave A and wave B. You do get price to go up into that zone most of the time. So with Chainlink, I do think that we will go ahead and push up here to finish wave 5 here on Chainlink in the short term. We'll probably get up closer to wave B, and I think this will happen throughout April. And then we could see a pullback like this, and then, of course, I'm bullish for a big picture bull market, but not everybody's going to agree with me on that. But you don't have to agree with me, right? It doesn't make the truth without effect. So, all right. So let's go ahead and check out Chiliz. So Chiliz is another coin I think will do very good throughout April. April being next month of 2024. So we have a falling wedge structure here with Chiliz. And we do see the breakout of downward trending resistance. So downward trending resistance is something we do watch for a lot. I love to see this happen. What ends up happening a lot in market cycles is you get a huge pump, you start to pull back, and then you make a downward trending resistance zone. And the second that you break above that downward trending resistance, a new bull market starts. So it looks like this. You have a bull market, you make a downward trending resistance zone, you go way down on that downward trending resistance, then at some point you break out of that downward trending resistance right here, for example, and that's what happened here on Chiliz, and that's when the new bull market starts. Now, Chiliz, if you want to talk about the ABC correction thing, we can see A, B, and C down here. So throughout April, I think we could start to head up in between wave A and wave B. And exactly how high it's going to go up in there, I don't know. I can't say. But I wouldn't be at all surprised to see Chiliz worth 25 cents by the end of April. And we're worth 13 cents right now. So that's that's about double in value. And yeah, I personally think that's going to lead to a bigger reversal here with Chiliz. But for sure, I do think Chiliz is going to do really good throughout April. And all of the coins I've talked about in today's live stream, I think will do really good throughout the whole cycle. So these are coins that are not only going to do good through April, but these are also just coins that I really think are just good picks. You know, coins you could just hold in your portfolio confidently throughout the bull market. So yeah, those are the 10 coins. Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Theta, Solana, Midus DAO, Bitcoin Cash, Flocky Anu, Pepe, Chainlink, and Chiliz. I think all 10 of those coins will be very good through April of 2024. Also, with that being said, I think that all of those coins are not only going to do good through April of 2024, but these are all coins that I actually truly believe in to do good throughout the whole cycle. So these are coins you could put in your portfolio, let it ride through the cycle, and really capitalize on in the markets. So yeah, that's my views. Let's go ahead and do some TA on coins you guys want for the last couple minutes. I appreciate you guys taking your time to tune in today. Thank you. April is a huge month, the eclipse and the halving, my birthday, and other crap. So, Crypto Rocker, that is awesome that your birthday is in April. And yeah, it's going to be an awesome April, I personally think, for you. I think crypto is going to do really good, which, you know, what better birthday present could you have than that? So, so yeah, that's awesome, man. I have some old bags to sell, but I don't want to sell early. Thanks. Yeah, don't sell early, you guys. It's the temptation to sell early, right? That's especially after a bear market. It's painful to go through a bear market and you don't want to experience losses again. But the bear market, it will come, but it's not as soon as you think it is, right? Because after a bear market, it's easy to be kind of in that mindset of lower lows and lower highs, and it's just going to go down, right? Because you're used to it. And so then when you transition into the bull market, well, you got to make sure you keep your focus on the fact that the bull market's going to go a little bit longer than you expect. I see people already calling a bear market. And that's a prime example of exactly what I'm talking about, where people have this bear market mentality in their minds, right? Because they went through a bear market. They don't want to experience losses. And the last time they saw prices pump, they're like, oh, last time I saw prices pump like crazy, a big bear market started, right? But the beginning of a bull market, prices pump like crazy. So you have to understand the cycle. So yeah, don't sell too early. Don't get caught in that bear market mentality. Understand that letting your winners ride is exactly what the pros are doing. And even if the fear and greed index in the short term shows greed, it can still go higher. It can be in greed for quite some time. Price can keep pushing while it's in greed. But not only that, but even if the fear and greed index is showing greed, the chart shows you plain as day that most people are in a state of fear. Chili's down here. Most people are in a state of fear. Most people are not being greedy right now. Most people are still scared to buy. They're too scared. Most people are in a state of fear. And what does Warren Buffett say? Be greedy when others are fearful. Just because in the short term price went up on Bitcoin, if you go look at the cryptocurrency as a whole, people are still in a state of fear. They're still skeptical. They're still scared to invest. And I'm here to tell you the opportunity is high, very high right now to be investing in crypto. But it's not going to stay forever, But don't be thinking bear market, because now is the time to be buying, not selling. This isn't financial advice, right? This is my trading journal. So this isn't any type of financial advice, but I will tell you what I honestly, 100% honestly see in the charts, which is a lot more upside and a lot of opportunity in crypto. So yeah, alrighty. What's a good buy in on Doge? Doge is a pretty good buy right now. Okay, that's just my view, but I think it's going to hold support really, really good here. So I don't think it's going to go any lower than where it's at right now, unless Bitcoin pulls back. So if you haven't been watching the stream from the beginning, go back and watch this stream later, and you can go ahead and see what I was talking about with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin doesn't impulse higher in the short term, Dogecoin could pull back a little bit. But if you're looking to enter, you usually don't worry too much about what the short term is going to do. You just say, okay, well, I have $1,000 to buy. Say you have $1,000 to put into Dogecoin. You don't worry too much about whether Dogecoin in the short term is going to go up or down. You just say, okay, well, today I'm going to buy $500. And then if I see price go down, I'm going to buy another $500. If I see price break out, right? If I see it break the price that I entered that first $500 at, maybe I'll put the $500 in there. So don't buy all at once, right? That's how you get around being concerned about whether you should buy at that exact price, is you don't buy all at once. And then you get around that fear of having to nail the exact point that you should buy. If you have $1,000, scale in, buy over time. And you're going to get an average entry. And then you don't have to worry about whether the short term goes up or down. And then your average entry is going to be, whatever price. And if Dogecoin does what I think it's going to, if you buy anywhere near where it's at right now, you're going to be set to go. So God gives us spring for my birthday each year. Have a blessed birthday, Dallin. So yeah, my birthday is actually in May. I was talking to Crypto Rocker. His birthday is in April. So maybe you just tuned in right towards the end of that part and missed that part. But yeah, my birthday's in May. But yeah, it is awesome. God does give us a spring every year, and I love spring. Spring is one of my favorite times of the year. And yeah, so the Wolfer. Viewer since 3,000. Love your work. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate you being a long-term viewer of the channel. I really appreciate that. So, HJM Construction. Thanks. Yeah, thank you, man. Video froze, bro. I hope it's not froze because I've been talking about some good stuff for a long time here. So, yeah. But anyways. XRP BTC, please. All right, I'll do XRP. I'm at an hour mark, so I can't tell you how long I'll be here before I go work on some other stuff. I did a podcast, by the way. I have a podcast called the Wisdom in Christ podcast because I am a Christian. So when I'm not doing crypto stuff, I do a lot of stuff surrounding my faith. So yeah, if you guys want some other content, after this, I'm going to be editing and posting the Wisdom in Christ podcast. You can find that on Apple Podcast. You can also find that on YouTube if you type in Wisdom in Christ podcast. But yeah, XRP versus Bitcoin. All right, let's do some Bitcoin analysis on XRP, some XRP versus Bitcoin. So here with XRP versus Bitcoin, you guys do see that we have nearly a complete and total retracement in value, basically a 99% drop. Now, this can be kind of scary if you don't understand fractals and human emotion. You could see this chart and you could say, all right, well, this looks like it is just so dead. You could be like, this looks so dead, right? Well, I'm here to tell you that you need to learn about cycles. You need to learn about Elliott waves. You need to learn about human emotion and fractals, because that's how you're going to be able to just not be scared. You know, you're going to be able to understand what's going on. Because if you have knowledge, knowledge dispels ignorance, and ignorance is like being blind, right? And so if you have knowledge, all of a sudden, you're not fearful, right? Perfect love casteth out fear, right? So if you have an understanding of the way things work, it's not scary anymore. You know what's happening. And I'm here to tell you that what I personally think that's happening on the XRP BTC chart is a fractal repeat of its first cycle. So this is its first cycle, right? Over here. You can see we pumped up, we pull back, we pump up, we pull back, we increase in volume, and we start to bottom out, and then boom, price goes up. Well, the same exact structure here, where you get this pump, like that. That same structure is actually exactly what happened on XRP again, right? If we compare the human emotion, the fractal, the psychology of what's going on, you get our wave A down, our wave B up here, and then of course, right? Well, this gray chart in the background is the previous cycle, that first one I just showed you. And look, it's the same exact structure. It's the same structure as the last cycle. So I do think XRP BTC will increase because altcoins are going to start outperforming Bitcoin as they always do. Bitcoin only outperforms altcoins at the start of the cycle. So as altcoins start outperforming Bitcoin, you're going to see these Bitcoin pairs start to take off. So yeah, that's my view on XRP versus BTC. ADA/BTC. All right, we'll do ADA. This is fun, you guys. I haven't done Bitcoin charts in a minute, to be honest with you. I always look at the dollar pair because it's easier for me to see what's going on personally in the dollar pair. But yeah, I'll do some BTC TA for you guys today, some Bitcoin pairs. So what do we see here with ADA on the Bitcoin pair? Well, we see a cycle, right? We have a market cycle, a retracement. Then we get another mini market cycle and retracement. So really, this is probably doing a big double bottom. I'm bullish on ADA versus the dollar. And, as the bull market continues, altcoins are going to do better than Bitcoin. It happens every single time. And yeah, I think that Cardano, whatever you want to say, however you want to call it, could easily start to see a rounded bottom here and kind of a big double bottom structure, even versus Bitcoin, So I think Bitcoin pairs, even though people are buying Bitcoin right now, I think Bitcoin pairs are actually going to do good. In other words, they shouldn't be buying Bitcoin. They should keep their altcoins, because altcoins are going to start performing good against Bitcoin. So the altcoin pairs are going to do good, right? Bitcoin altcoin pairs. So yeah, that is an Elliott wave structure too, by the way. Even though it is on the Bitcoin pair, which can affect the way Elliott waves work. That's why I do the dollar charts, is because the dollar more accurately displays the Elliott waves, in my opinion. But you can see an Elliott wave cycle here with ADA, which is 5 waves up and an ABC correction. I think we could start a new cycle here. So yeah, I'm a Bible believer and a Christian too. That's awesome, man. I gotta love the Holy Bible. There's a lot of good stuff in there. Highly misunderstood by society and the world. They go back and they read stuff in there and they're like, can you believe what it says right here? Okay, well, go read the New Testament, all right? Stop judging the Old Testament until you understand the culture of the Old Testament. Then, if you want, you can accurately see and understand the Old Testament. Low caps is the way to go to make money. Those are small moves in the med caps. Low caps do make money. You can make a lot of money on low caps, but they are higher risk. So higher risk, higher reward. This is where risk to reward comes in, where you're like, okay, if I have a $100,000 portfolio, I'm going to go ahead and put $70K into those really good projects that are low risk, high reward. And then for the rest, $30K, I'm going to put them into medium to high risk, extremely high reward setups, right? Medium to high risk with very high rewards. So that's what low caps are, right? Low caps are very high reward. You're talking 100x, 200x. There's almost no market cap. Easy to move those coins. If I was starting fresh right now with $100,000 to help someone get set up, which people do ask me a lot, how can I get set up right? This is what I would tell you. I would say, hey, if you have 100,000 or 10,000 or 1,000 or whatever you're starting with, put most of it into low risk, high reward setups. Those are going to be coins that are, I'm not going to talk about all of them, but you've got a few examples. Would be like Ethereum is a pretty low risk, high reward, So you want to find those coins that have as low risk as you can with the highest reward that you can. And that's what you want to put most of your portfolio, 70%. And then with the rest, you can put into those low caps. That way, if your low cap doesn't do good, you still have 70% of your portfolio is doing extremely good on those coins that you don't have to wonder if they're going to perform well. You don't have to guess whether they're going to do good. So, okay, especially when you have less than $10,000. Yeah, if you have less than $10,000, low caps are a feasible way to make a big sum of money, right? But the risk is still there. Even though you're only investing $100, it's still a higher risk setup. So, if you can afford to lose that $100, then low caps are really the only reasonable way for you to make a large sum, but they're still higher risk. You might lose that $100, so you just have to be aware of that, you know. So, yeah. All right. So, yeah, you guys, I appreciate every single one of you guys taking your time to tune into today's stream. Again, when it comes to Bitcoin, I think that we will head up here during April for another Elliott wave here. You can see this is really, really bullish. There's a lot of buying happening right now on Bitcoin. So I think we will complete this Elliott wave 3 wave throughout April, and it will be a bullish month for crypto. Your altcoins, I think a lot of stuff is going to take off through April. So yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning into today's stream. Thank you so much for suggesting the coins you want me to cover, for supporting me along the way. You know, a lot of you guys have been here for years. I've been uploading since 2016. So huge shout out to you guys, and hopefully you got some valuable information and some insights in today's stream. So I look forward to seeing you guys in future videos and live streams. I'll probably do a stream next week. And yeah, I will see you guys later. As always, stay profitable out there.